Ever feel like you're training hard, eating clean, but still losing motivation, wondering why your belly fat won't budge, and thinking, maybe I just need a new plan because this isn't working? I've been there, and here's the part nobody talks about. Fat loss after 30 is as mental as it is physical. Today I'm going to show you 3 hidden mental traps keeping men stuck, even when they're doing everything right. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest hidden barrier of all, your beliefs, your identity. When I was 30, I couldn't figure out why I was carrying stubborn fat, even though on paper I was doing everything right. I'd be in the gym 5 to 6 days a week, meal prepped, dialed in. People would even tell me I was looking leaner, but behind the scenes, I'd keep catching these thoughts. I've been the bigger guy for a while now. I'm built solid. I'll never be one of those leaner guys again. If I get too lean, I'll lose my size and look small. And here's what I noticed. Whenever I'd get lean enough to lose a good amount of belly fat, suddenly little slip-ups would creep in. A couple of pizzas during the week, a screw it, I've earned it takeaway after a stressful day. Nothing huge on its own, but enough to keep me hovering right where my brain believed I belong. Strong, but still carrying extra size. Psychologists call this your self-schema, the story of who you believe you are. And we as humans will do almost anything to stay true to that story, even if it completely sabotages our goals. Precision Nutrition has seen it working with over 1,000 clients. We act in ways that match who we believe we are. Menno Henselman's found the same thing. Identity-based goals survive stress and chaos way better than generic ones like, I want to lose weight, because if your identity is still, I'm the big guy, you'll always find ways to sabotage your progress without even realizing it. So here's how to break that loop. Upgrade your identity. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, start saying, I'm the type of man who eats and trains like a lean person. And here's how to do it. Write these 3 sentences that start with, I'm the type of man who, for example, I'm the type of man who plans my meals even on busy days. I'm the type of man who prioritizes sleep because it fuels my training. I'm the type of man who makes choices for my goals even in social situations. Read them every morning. Yes, it might feel cheesy, but this simple habit is the difference between guys who get lean and stay lean and guys who keep bouncing between diets for decades. The second hidden barrier is one most guys hate to admit, self-control. And let me tell you, this one is as sneaky as hell. I've got a client, Matt, he's 42, works in finance, ultra disciplined on paper. This is a guy who tracks his macros to the gram, even has a spreadsheet, trains hard, even on business trips, tells his friends he's on a mission to finally see his abs. But he told me this on one of our calls. Adam, it's like I'm 2 different people. All day I'm focused, disciplined. I say no to office snacks, stick to my meals. Then it's 9:30 p.m. I'm wiped out and I find myself smashing through half a bag of crisps, then hitting the ice cream. And I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing? I know better than this. Not because he was starving, but because his brain was running on fumes. And here's what I wish more guys like Matt knew. Self-control isn't a superpower you're born with. It's a skill and it's trainable. For years, we've all heard that willpower is like a gas tank. You use it up and it's gone. That's only part of the story. Studies show we're worse at self-control when we're tired, stressed, or overloaded with decisions. But here's the twist. People who believe their willpower is actually unlimited perform way better, even under stress. So yes, belief matters, but so does your environment. Menno Henselman's and Precision Nutrition say the same thing. Willpower is your emergency brake. Your environment is your cruise control. The fewer temptations you keep round, the less you have to fight your own brain. So here's how to protect yourself without needing monk level discipline. Pick one moment that consistently trips you up. Late night snacking, office donuts, Friday night takeaways, then write yourself a decision rule. For example, if it's not my plan, I wait 10 minutes before deciding. Or if I want dessert, I have to leave the house to get it. This isn't about being obsessive. It's about taking choice out of the moment, because your brain is weakest when you're tired, stressed, or emotional. And that's how you stop one handful of crisps from turning into the whole bag. Now, let's talk about the third hidden barrier, one that destroys more fat loss plans than junk food ever could: social pressure. I've got a client, Raj. He's 39, works in tech, loves catching up with his mates and colleagues after work. Raj told me this on one of our check-ins. Adam, I'm solid all week. I train, I eat clean, but the team wants to go out for dinner on Friday. Or my mates text, let's grab food, and I keep thinking, I don't want to be that guy. The one ordering plain chicken while everyone else shares nachos and burgers. So I just go along with it. And sure, the meal itself isn't a problem, I don't think, but after that dinner, it's like a switch flips in my head. I think, screw it. I've already gone off plan, so Saturday becomes relaxed, Sunday too, and by Monday I'm standing in a bathroom mirror thinking, why can't I just stick to this? But here's the thing. Raj wasn't an idiot. He was human. Here's what most guys miss. We're tribal. Our brains fear rejection. And that's why social pressure is so hard. The guys who try to diet in secret almost always fail. Meanwhile, the guys who say, hey, I'm working on dropping some fat, get less pushback and way more support. We follow the rules of our tribe, even if it wrecks our progress. So if your crew's always suggesting big meals out, sharing plates, or mocking anyone who orders healthy options, you're fighting an uphill battle unless you speak up. So here's your move. The next time you've got a social event coming up, rehearse your words out loud. Why? Because when you practice it, you'll sound more confident instead of awkward in the moment. For example, hey guys, I'm working on dropping a few pounds. I'm sticking to something lighter tonight, but I'm still here to hang out. Most guys respect it. And the ones who don't, they're telling you way more about themselves than about you. Let me leave you with this. Belly fat after 30 is rarely just about food. It's not only calories in, calories out, it's the quiet stories looping in your head. I've always been the big guy. One slip up means I've blown it. Maybe I just need a better plan. It's the invisible rules you follow without realizing, the tiny choices you make on autopilot, and the people around you pulling you off track, even when they mean well. You can train hard, track every macro, know all the plans, but if you don't fix what's happening in your mind, you'll stay stuck. Because the biggest thing holding you back isn't your metabolism. It's the games your brain plays when no one's watching. The good news, once you break those mental barriers, your body has no choice but to change. Shift your mind and your habits will follow. That's when the fat finally starts moving again for good. If this hit home for you, if you're the guy ticking every box, training hard, eating clean, yet staring at the same belly fat week after week, know this: you're not broken. You've just been fighting the wrong battles. And that's where I come in. I help men over 30 strip off 30, sometimes 40, even 50 pounds of fat without fads, without starving, and without living in the gym. Just real results that stick. So if you're tired of spinning your wheels, hit the link in the description and apply for my one-to-one coaching below. Because once you fix the battles up in here, in your mind, your body has no choice but to follow. Let's finally get you leaner than you've ever been. And if you've dropped the belly fat but still can't see your abs, watch this next. I'll show you why they're hiding and exactly how to bring them out. Have the best day, and I'll see you over there.